This is Rootbeer here with Evans MTB Saga. Alright, so this is my first famous person interview, so I might be a bit, stuttery. How you doing today, Evan?
Oh, pretty good. How about you?
Good. So before we get into mountain biking, I kind of want to get into BMX. So what got you into BMX, and when did you start?
So I had a Ninja Turtle bike when I was like 4, and my dad noticed I was just jumping and riding my bike a lot. And I was probably pretty hyper and annoying, so he probably decided I needed an outlet. But my dad did BMX racing in the 70s, so it was a perfect matchup.
Nice. So your dad ultimately got you into BMX?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. He didn't want to spend the money, but I just kind of showed that I was like passionate about it, and it was just really good for me as a kid. And BMX is a great sport for children because it teaches you how to be competitive, and it plays out into the rest of your life. Like, I have that competitive spirit to attack goals, achieve stuff. So I'm definitely going to have my kids race BMX.
Definitely. So how did you become so famous in the NorCal BMX scene, and why does Rick Carter and Mike Melvin like you so much?
Well, I gave Rick Carter and Mike Melvin the seal of approval because they were like novices and stuff. I think they even had kickstands when I first met them. But I was racing far before they were racing. And I wouldn't say I'm NorCal famous at all. BMX is weird because it's a battle of attrition. So there's lots of people that start BMX, but there's not a lot of people that continue BMX. Yeah. So if you're continuously showing up to BMX races and you're racing for 20 years, obviously you're probably going to be the best eventually because people will just keep quitting. You'll move up in the ranks, and because BMX is so mental, you will like decide eventually like I'm the best, and then you're going to do the work to be the best. So yeah, I don't think I was NorCal famous. I just think I just kept showing up.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more people than me that were way more famous in NorCal, like Josh Oe and Brandon Meadows and stuff like that.
Yeah, that is true. So how did you find yourself transitioning from BMX into more of a mountain bike type style?
Well, I got kind of soured with BMX. I quit when I was 28 years old. I'm 33 now, but BMX is like, it's kind of weird. I wish I had quit BMX sooner, to be honest with you, because BMX racing, it's so short. I mean, you go to a national and you'll race for a total time of maybe 3 minutes. You know, if you count all the laps and everything, 30 seconds at a time. So mountain biking is a great pathway after BMX because it's like you're riding continuously for 2-3 hours, and you're just having so much fun. You can be way more fit. With BMX, it's like you're just a sprinter. You're going. Eventually, like, I don't know. I think in BMX, like, your body kind of starts shutting down in the late 20s, early 30s. And you start losing those skills. So mountain biking is the natural pathway after that.
Yeah. So how in the great Earth we call, in the great planet we call Earth, did you go from California to Arkansas?
Well, it was, so, man, when I was in NorCal, I was in NorCal. I left when I was 17, went to nursing school in Phoenix, and then I came back to NorCal from like age 20 to 25. And I bought a house in California for like $220,000. So very, very cheap for California standards. And 5 years later, my house was worth, a lot more. So it made sense financially to move somewhere else that was cheaper. But when I was 20 to 25 years old, I was in NorCal during probably the worst period for NorCal BMX history. Mm-hmm. All the tracks were decayed. I mean, Manteca was a piece of crap. Roseville was on the brink of shutting down with different owners. Napa was, almost no riders all the time. Napa was really bad. I don't know if you rode the old Napa track.
I used to,
yeah. A lot of big dogs in NorCal had quit BMX. So it was just like me and Pete Pasquale, Kevin Schenkel. We were like the only people that were riding. Well, Dustin, but he was still kind of young at that point. So there was like nobody to ride with during that time. It's like I didn't want to. Manteca, the gate was just crap. So I was driving like 80 miles to Napa like once or twice a week, and then Roseville, and it's like to do that, I was like, why? Like, this is just so much effort to go to the track. So why don't I move somewhere that is, you can ride all the time. There's lots of people to ride with. So I moved to Phoenix, and then Phoenix, the house value shot up. So I naturally just came out here because mountain biking is pretty crazy out here.
So do you think when you moved here was a mountain biking thing big already, or was it still
Well,
kind
I
of
just
small?
moved here like 6 months ago. So mountain biking has been growing in Bentonville for like 6-7 years. They put like $100 million into this place. I mean, we
Yeah, we have this.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. So yeah, mountain biking has been pretty big out here.
So how do you balance your life with your kids' lives and your own YouTube life all at once?
Well, I have a supportive wife. She's really supportive. She helps tremendously. I couldn't be where I am today without my wife being really supportive. But then, being a full-time YouTuber, I'm at home. I can make my own hours. I can just do whatever I want. Like I didn't post a video last week because I just got busy. So yeah, I can just cut away from the computer, hang out with the kids. They're screaming all the time. I can help out. So yeah.
So how did you incorporate it? How did you incorporate YouTube with your newfound love for mountain biking?
Well, it's funny. I was doing YouTube for like home improvement stuff. That channel didn't really take off, and then I saw that other people were doing mountain bike YouTube, and they're doing pretty well for themselves. And I was like, I want to start mountain biking, but I want to, make my time worthwhile and try out YouTube mountain biking.
Yeah.
So I got a Schwinn mountain bike. It was pretty good. I started upgrading it. So my very first ride with mountain biking, I was making YouTube videos. So I don't know anything other than YouTube and mountain biking together.
Huh. So you were kind of like born in the sense of like YouTube and mountain biking?
Yeah, I started mountain biking. My first ride, I was thinking about I'm going to make a video about this bike, and then I upgraded it, and the rest is history. I just keep upgrading, filming videos. I don't film every single ride. I mean, maybe one day that'd be kind of cool, but yeah, it's all about making videos.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off. So how did you go from being a nurse to pursuing your career in YouTube? Tired of wiping people's butts and stuff in the
Wiping butts. Nursing kind of sucks, man. Like, I went into nursing thinking that you're helping people and stuff like that, but you're not helping really hardly anybody. You're just kind of delaying the inevitable, and you see the same people over and over again. They don't want to do what's right for themselves, and then I don't know, they just like yelling at you. It's like I got sick of that. But I was kind of, I don't want to say forced into nursing, but I was definitely pushed into nursing by my parents. It's a good career, makes good money.
Yeah.
I thought I was passionate about it, but I just wasn't. And ever since I was like 7 years old, I've been an artistic kid. And I had my own website. I made my own T-shirts. I made my own number plates. This was all before I was like 15 years old. So I was very creative, and I just never found a pathway to make a living off of that. So now I'm using all those skills again, and editing videos, making photos, and using all my creativity. It's just something that I've always. I'm glad I did. Let's put it that way.
So you're saying kind of like how I'm a bit always on edge, always trying to. That's why I'm doing BMX. So you're saying like nursing kind of dulled down your creativity?
No. I think chasing a NAG plate dulled down the creativity the most.
Really?
Yeah, because like chasing a NAG plate, you're just so focused on like, oh, I got to get that NAG plate. It's like, dude, it's a piece of plastic. Like, I mean, race wins are cool, but yeah, I gotta correct Mike and Rick. They said I was NAG 1. I never was NAG 1. I got NAG 3, but I won the Grands one year.
No.
So
That's just what Rick does.
yeah, he thought I was NAG 1, but yeah. So I was nursing. I was trying to chase a NAG plate, and I kind of forgot about creativity for a solid like almost 10 years there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for doing this interview with me.
Yeah, dude.
I have your hat right here by Ryan Pulley, interviewed by Rootbeer Man. Here you go.
Oh, that's
Applehead
cool.
Designs.
Let's go.
First one in Arkansas that
Nice.
anyone will love.
That's cool. I like that. That's cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Appreciate it.
All right. Rootbeer man out.